The Disaster Risk Management Act was established to enable the government to safely steer the country through natural disasters with preventative and reactive measures. Since the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, the government has filtered its emergency responses through this act. However, Local Government and Rural Development Minister Desmond McKenzie admits that the law has to be amended to give the act more teeth. He says this is necessary because of the mass non-compliance with the government-mandated health protocols.
We have learned that while many of our residents, citizens, and visiting Jamaicans and overseas guests respect the orders issued under the Act to safeguard public health, there are still ways and too many who continue to demonstrate total disregard and, in some cases, encourage others to contribute to the threat of lives and to endanger many other Jamaicans. This reality also shows that the Disaster Risk Management Act require amendments to ensure that the government of Jamaica can swiftly and comprehensively respond to any emergency, as well as to introduce a specific enforceable system of sanctions against those who continue to create chaos and confusion in breaking the various laws that are put in place to ensure that our public health protocols are maintained.
Under the amendment to the Disaster Risk Management Act, constables can charge offenders without a formal warning. The amendment also addresses how sanctions will be carried out.
When a constable deems that an offense has been committed, this includes serving of a formal notice, which essentially a ticket that specifies the details surrounding the offense. The notice also offers a chance of paying a fixed penalty for the offense within a specified period of time, failing which the notice becomes a summons to the court, a summons to appear in court to answer the charges.
A maximum of 30 days must pass between the date the notice was issued and the date that the fixed penalty is to be paid.
Anyone who has to face the courts for failing to pay the penalties will not be liable for conviction for the alleged offense if the fixed penalty is paid before the final judgment.
The fines, which are to be paid at a tax collectorate, range from $3,000 to $500,000. Justice Minister Deroy Chuck addressed some of the concerns posited by the opposition regarding whether or not the offense will create a criminal record.
Once the person is charged under this act, it's a regulatory offense. It's what you know, leader of the opposition, all lawyers know, they are considered to be quasi-criminal offenses, not intended to be a part of the criminal record. And that is the intention, and if it is not clear, we will clarify it when we go to committee stage.
The Justice Minister says the bill, once passed, will give security forces more power to enforce the law.
Because with this pandemic out of control in many communities, it is absolutely important for the security forces to be able to ticket persons who fail to comply. Because what is happening, Leader of the Opposition, before this amendment, security forces had to warn. And once they warn, the people just disperse. Nothing happens. And the security forces are saying, this doesn't make sense. What is clear, Leader of the Opposition, for 1 year, the warning has been given over and over and over. And therefore, Madam Speaker, with this bill, once passed and put into effect, the security forces will be empowered. So those people who want to keep their parties way into the night, those people who refuse to wear masks, to social distance, and who feel that they can go to the beach or to the rivers and have all their parties as they see fit. This country, Madam Speaker, needs some discipline.